It's a story that you told us you loved, one of the most watched on globalnews.ca in history. A story of love between two brothers that has grown through their love of sports. Quinn Phillips has an update now on the Vreen brothers, a pair of McEwen Griffins with two different but equally important roles.
On March 8th, 1994, second-time parents Mark and Janet Vreen welcomed Eric to the world, a 9-pound, 5-ounce boy. Within days, the doctors gave the couple some scary news. Their new bundle of joy was diagnosed with Down syndrome.
Janet took care of her baby, and I struggled more than she did.
That, though, changed in a hurry.
I'm almost a little embarrassed because, and that's why it's hard to talk about, because we struggled with it at first, and today you think, why in the world did we struggle with it? Like,
he's Eric Lewis Vreen.
It's a crazy, we wouldn't change it.
A welcome surprise for parents who had trouble having kids came 3.5 years after Eric.
This is when Max was born.
Baby Max, and now the Vreen family is 5, and so begins a brotherly bond.
They were each other's best friends, and they actually talked to each other in their own language.
Max wasn't able to talk. He was normal progression or whatever, so he's yipping and yiping, and Eric was delayed talking, and they would have conversations and they would know exactly what they were talking about.
When it came time for Eric to go to school,
lots of stuff kind of embarrasses me, but my parents think it's really cute.
And you know how a dog or a pet will wait? Well, Max would wait for Eric. Eric was coming home, and it was...
Yeah, and as the bus would drive up and the door would open, then Max would be jumping with his arms wide open.
Daddy wanted me to record him. He's so funny.
Unlike Max, he's my best brother I had.
the bond grew through sports, and the boys found a home on the volleyball court.
Volleyball is skills.
Max as a player, Eric an assistant with every one of his little brother's teams starting in high school.
I remember my first club coach loved Eric. He thought he was the best guy ever.
But there's one important factor.
It's not a trophy to have on the team, it's a contributor.
This family has found what they call believers all through the sport of volleyball.
To me, a believer isn't just somebody who will say hi or give you a hug or whatever. A believer is somebody who sees your ability, and they don't make it easy.
Even some people who I may not think would get along with him, really like him. So I think he's just a lovable guy.
The Vreen parents, who live in Barrhead, now have 3 kids in Edmonton. Oldest Tessa works in marketing. Max is at MacEwan University. Eric attends the King's University, working towards a Bachelor of Arts.
Get changed and then get all your stuff downstairs, okay?
But on this day, Eric's back home with his parents, getting set for a big game.
And this with it too.
When MacEwan Griffins head coach Brad Poplawski signed one Vreen brother this past summer,
good service pressure, make the move, we're going to mix on both left sides.
he got 2.
At the next club tournament we were at, Eric came right up to me and said, I'm a Griffin now, I'm joining you next year. So it was an awesome moment, and he was really excited to be a part of this group, and we were excited to have him.
When Eric was born and when he was growing up, it didn't bother me that I didn't worry about him having a disability. I worried how he would be accepted in the world.
Buddy!
Boom.
Boom!
And he's been accepted pretty well.
Eric is with the team Wednesdays to help at practice.
Wednesday we do a player of the week type thing, and as soon as that's over, Eric stands up and gives a pep talk for the week, and the guys are they love it. It's really morphed into something they really look forward to each week. Where hey, Eric's talking now, and everyone claps after, and sometimes he gets a little emotional, and we might even get emotional, but he's telling everyone how good he thinks they are and how proud he is of them. So it's a really neat moment how it's kind of grown into a tradition with our team.
There we go. Fight back, boys.
And he's on the bench for home games.
He gets them fired up. He comes to the change room, gives everybody high fives, and He's like, makes sure everybody watches their mouths before we get out. Like, doesn't like swearing that much.
Our first game of the year, we battled pretty hard. We had a pretty tough loss, and I knew Eric could tell I was a little upset after the game. And when I got home, I had a Facebook message from him saying, "It's okay, you're doing a great job." And so, I mean, I'm almost in tears after reading that. It was such a neat moment that, you know, that he would even do that. So he's meant a lot to me as well.
He fits in like a brother.
Having him on this team and growing with us, like Max will be here for 5 years, hopefully. And so hopefully that means Eric will be here for 5, if not more. So guys can grow up with him and hopefully become better friends with him.
But most importantly of all, Eric is always looking out for his best friend, his kid brother.
And then there's like times where I'll leave for practice, and then 2 minutes down the road, I'll get a text from him. It's like, "Oh, just make your serves, buddy. You have to get 5 aces in a row."
You know, you can just see when Eric's talking, Max